All right, you're welcome back. The aftermath of the Zimbabwe presidential election is taking a violent turn. On Wednesday, the capital Harare was tense after soldiers shot and killed at least 3 persons.
Now, the soldiers had stepped in to disperse protesters who made fires, blocked some streets and clashed with police. This development came after main opposition leader Nelson Chamisa accused the ruling party of trying to rig the country's election. Officials say they will announce results on Thursday, and that's today, and President Emerson Mnangagwa is calling for calm.
Okay, senior researcher at TVC News, Cyril Abaku, is here with us. Good morning. Good to see you again.
Morning, Mike and Ngozi.
Yes,
Morning,
indeed.
nice to see you.
Okay, now this election is turning out to be, at least the aftermath, it's turning out to be violent. 3 people have already lost, you know, their lives.
Yes. I'm really surprised. You know, for me, this is significant, ordinarily, for the fact that I would have thought change was coming to Zimbabwe in the way that it would have marked Zimbabwe's re-independence.
Yeah.
Re-independence, because after Britain left off in 1980, Mugabe took over, the ZANU-PF took over and brought it to this point. So one would have thought that from external colonialism to what I may call internal colonialism, this should have marked another independence for the country. They've had only one ruler, you know, for so long. But I think Mugabe's ghost is still very much dictating things. This is very typical of what happened.
In spite of the fact that he was not in support of ZANU-PF, his own party in the first place, which he said he was not going to vote for.
Yeah, yes, but you can't take it away from an oracle like Zimbabwe, as some people call it, like Mugabe, as some people call him. Whether it is in the, you remember that the G40 left the ZANU-PF. He has supporters, even in MDC that he says he might support. Of course, they'll open their arms and do anything he says.
Nelson Chamisa said, "Leave us alone. We will carry our cross." You know, the fact is, because polls were putting Mnangagwa and Chamisa neck and neck, even if they're not always reliable, but they're putting them neck and neck. He has to say, "I'm going to." He knows that his comrade soldiers wouldn't come after him directly.
Who's comrade soldiers now?
Mugabe's comrade soldiers,
okay.
Mnangagwa and co, wouldn't come after him, whether they, if they won. But so he has to say, "I'm going to vote for Nelson Chamisa," to also block that, so that in case anything happens, Chamisa too, you know, he's
very calculating.
He's an old fox. He's an old fox. But what is happening today is nothing particularly new. Like we said, the tyrant is out, but the tyranny continues. And so eventually you find out that, look, these same people, same tactics. Chamisa was in his was about in his mid-30s or early 30s in 2007 or 8 elections, when Mnangagwa, as the commander of Mugabe's hit squad, broke Chamisa's head. It was in this same campaign thing and so on. 2007 or
yes.
Yeah. For me, I think that since I think Article 60 or so of the Electoral Code forbids people from proclaiming themselves election winners or proclaiming numbers, what Chamisa and co have done is that they've broken the law. But that is only as it goes legally. Politically, this was what Odinga didn't do in Kenya. So if they're going to do it all out, then they can actually, you know, bring things.
Morgan Tsvangirai had even done it before at the time. But let's see from this perspective. ZANU-PF is a party that has been there since independence until now. If you liken it to what happened to South Africa, where the ANC has been there for all that while until now, do you think even it is time, or time is ripe, for Zimbabweans to wake up from their slumber and shake off ZANU-PF overnight?
For me, I think that in a way, going by the polls that we had, we could have said that, of course, yes, to an extent. Because you know that there was some kind of consensus built around Mugabe going. For them, Mugabe was the face of everything that was bad, At least the urban elite, you know, they thought this man was everything that was bad in that country. So they said, okay, let him go. But Chamisa and, you know, Chamisa also was able to overcome internal rivalry within his own party to become the face of the change that they are looking for. But you see, South Africa has a political class. From the struggle to the throne. In Zimbabwe, you know, and again, sorry, in South Africa, they've successfully made themselves into an all-out political class. But in Zimbabwe, it is the military class putting on a political face. It's a different ballgame. And it's difficult. See how they, without caution, without thinking twice, they've begun repression. Yesterday, who goes to fire live rounds on protesters? this is the first time. I mean, you saw it in Kenya, you saw it in other countries where foreign observers come, give their verdict. It's always voting has gone on smoothly. We like, you know, and so on. But
well,
this
speaking
one,
of
even the EU is saying that, look,
there are concerns.
They're saying there are concerns that
there,
the level
there,
playing
there
field,
are so many irregularities. There are places where
hold on, Cyril, that the playing field was not level, and with a 75% turnout in this vote, it is too close to call. And of course, in the same breath, they have expressed concerns about, you know, the final outcome. That it was not, it's not necessarily, you could not necessarily say it's been free and fair.
And even the fact that it is taking so long for the results to come out.
Now, there's an issue. Political apathy over the years has this as election, you know, makes apathy come down a bit. 75% of votes anywhere in the world is a milestone, okay? Is a milestone. And the fact that people we are mobilizing to see change come to pass in Zimbabwe. But what you will also find is the fact that, look, against what appears to be the run of play, the ZANU-PF has taken majority seats in parliament. That's the first step. So that when eventually the preferred winner wins, parliament won't be able to impeach. So the fact is, they've already seen it. That Mnangagwa, the ZANU-PF has already won parliament.
2/3 of the parliament.
Preparatory to installing. You know, so
in other words,
you
know, Nelson Chamisa actually said that this vote, it will be a choice between the past and the future. If the ZANU-PF eventually wins, and it's looking like that, are we to say or conclude safely that yes, the Zimbabweans themselves have decided we're just going to stay in our comfort zone, we'll stay with what we're familiar with, than the change that Chamisa promises?
As the French people say, sometimes the more things change,
the more they remain the same.
One.
Cyril Abaku will have to leave it there. Time up.
Cyril, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Cyril, for all that. Now we